Welcome everyone, it's time for more Anno 1800, where last time I, among other things, prepared a little bit for this building over here, the palace. See, we want the palace to be good, we want the palace to be slightly closer to like everything, so therefore I have removed, so to speak, the World's Fair that sits over here now. We're gonna deal with making this look good as well, and also the botanical garden that now sits over here, which I think is fine, because we will fill this this bit out with more housing, and potentially then have some housing like around here and then in here as well.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Who are you and what have you done? You are the one with all the things. And I now need to remember, what the hell did I need you for? Right, I needed you for this thing. Specifically. There we go. Hadn't been creating any oil here. And isn't that a very lovely segue into what we're doing in this episode? Because if we go back to Cape Trelawney, I think I do want to do a little bit of work with the palace, but Adam Falls. Adam Falls is an island I took over from Alonso, and it has the stuff it needs in order to be very self-sufficient, etc, etc. It doesn't have hops, but I think that, you know what, don't I potentially have... not there, here. Don't I have, like... I do not have hops, apparently. Oh, no, I do. Oh, it actually doesn't say hop. It said hop seeds.
Has stopped.
But that one is actually in usage. Anyway, it doesn't really matter if you have hops or not. We can deal with that. But yes, you do have red pepper for if we get to artisans. But the point of this island mainly is going to be mail. And a little bit of oil. Only a tiny bit, but still a little bit of oil.
This city is a magnet for
hello.
genius.
Lala Masig, merchant of a free market. Okay, movement speed, trade prices, maintenance cost. Okay, you know what? Why the hell not, eh? Who would want that? I don't really know who would want that. But one thing that we have explored a little bit in the last episode as well, we have more cargo ships coming in, is this. I am severely lacking in wood production, like all over all my islands, so to speak. If you look at the old world, we are almost correct. If you're looking at Cape Trelawney,
Ship construction.
severely underproducing. If you're looking at New World, severely underproducing. So I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna have the most... oh, hello. That is a cargo ship, that's fine. A most giant lumber production over here. That could be kind of interesting, I think. So yeah,
beautiful.
You know what? That is probably one of the things that we're going to be doing in this episode. But I do want to start with... let's switch it around. We're going to start with this thing. So one thing that I was thinking about here is the bank, because don't we have a very smart place to have a bank in here? What if we were to delete all of the trees here? We drag this out to sort of here-ish. We take this guy and we angle it the right way around, which is this way. You sadly don't fit there beautifully. Well, that's annoying. But if we just place you here, see, the point is we have a bag down here, so that's why we kind of wanted it a little bit further away, but that's fine. So what we'll do, I suppose then, is I can have this here. We'll delete that little road. It doesn't have to be there. We'll drag this road sort of up here.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Here, like so. And this can sort of be without road. Now the question is, did I even need... because what I also did was I shifted around the train tracks for everything. So I don't think I actually need this anymore. Yeah, I think I can remove all of this. Because we have, well, we have you, we might need something here. I don't think that, I mean, you don't need power, but we are gonna have something that requires power here. But I don't think this will... I'm just starting... I'm just thinking here if I'm thinking correctly, but I think I am. So we are going to remove all of this, and all of that, and for now, all of that. And I think that what I'll do is I'll delete this section, like so, and then we'll keep this for now. So what we'll do is we'll grab, no, not the gate, just that. There we go. So this might connect here to somehow, potentially, but for now, this is what I want. So delete all of that, but then we also have trees, I believe, to remove. And there we go. And in fact, these trees can occupy the back of this, at least to there, and then we'll look into beautification and stuff. But we should absolutely be fine here, I think, with regards to the bank. You aren't actually okay with the university, which is down here, so we could absolutely have a university. Yeah, okay, you know what I'll do? I shall delete this entire thing.
Has ended.
For the love of God, I thought I had a peace deal, but maybe not. You know what? Mr. Alonso, would you like a ceasefire?
No.
No.
Can I set you on fire?
Why? I don't understand. So what if we had... Doesn't have to be like center of... I mean, this road is... We don't even know this road needs to go here at all. I mean, everything is connected via roads over here. So, in fact, that's true. You know what? For now, I think I'm just going to remove that entire bit. I am going to remove that bit too. Just add there. I'm going to do that for now, because again, I don't need it right at this second. So that can just be like that. So now we have ample space to do stuff, which means that what I'm thinking is, how about we just plonk down a university here for now, and we'll do something with that later. And you are also complaining about... Oh, right. You are the one without power. You are the one without power. That's fine. Are we still struggling with the fur coats? Because it doesn't feel like I should be struggling with fur coats. We're very close, though. Okay. Do I need to do one? I think I just need to do one more of those bastards. But aren't I also sending... hold on. Am I not sending coats anymore? Or have I stopped with that? I have not done that anymore, right? No, because we're actually selling coats. Well, we're trying to. Okay, you know what? Never mind about that then. We are going to produce one more of these. And you are sitting... Oh, was I looking at this at some point? You are... the fur dealers. That's just changing the workforce. So that's... I mean, I don't really mind having a regular workforce, so to speak. If I add that, and we look at the fur, we see that we are now underproducing on furs, which is a bit annoying, considering the fact that these are working at 180 or 180 potential. I'm not sure why you're not working at 100% right now. So, you know what we could do?
Production has stopped.
You know what we could do after you're done with the fabulous feed yard? How about we do move change fertility to Q? How about we do that? And would you believe it? Adam Falls, not only can it do a bit of wood production, it can also do fur production, because we can easily get red pepper and hops. In fact, hold on. Now that I think about it, item development for trade unions. Haven't I unlocked? No, but I have. Yeah, and again, red pepper I don't think I even need. Like, the point is that island might not even need anything but farmers. potentially. I do have hops at a lower rate. Okay, you know what? We have the stuff. Let's do some technological advancements. We are looking for, indeed, hops here. Hydraulic brick factories, concrete factories. You know what? That's a good one. We shall get that one. Keep going, though. I also am wondering, by the way, lobster... Oh, that's a good one. I don't think I had that. I am wondering, identify animals. Like, let's say if I do want stuff for my museum. What does that mean? Can I now develop stuff for the... Huh? How do I develop a relic? That doesn't make sense. But okay, I can apparently just do that. We have caoutchouc. We also have the black flag, pirate mode. I'll grab that. Not that I probably will use it. Cab assembly, scooter factory. Productivity. Yeah, you know what? Chance of fire up is... Okay, you know what? That's... If we get legendary items, I have no idea which legendary items I have or not, so let's just get those. Those are some red peppers. That's nice. Coffee. Dr. Mercier's Anarchy poster.
Constructed.
Workforce up, income down. Shows a write down. I mean, that's not necessarily uninteresting, as a matter of fact. Okay, grain and corn. Yeah, just grab those. Again, I don't know which ones I have or don't have. What is this? Productivity up, workforce needed up, maintenance cost up, but also produces ethanol. You know what? That's an interesting one, because we've been, if not struggling, then at least had a bit of issues with that. The cutting edge, that is for so... Oh, that's a good one too. That's similar to the printing press, but just other things. Watchmaker's lupe, or something. Productivity, maintenance cost, that's a good one as well. Oxford electrical bell, workforce needed and maintenance down. That's a really good one. Bloody hell, that's a good one. Luminaire specifically, and a whole bunch of other things. You know what? Why not? And also a chemist. Furnace. Ooh. Affects furnace, aluminium smelter, and furnace. Okay. Instead of coal... Oh, Arctic gas. Okay, never mind. I do not need that one. I do not have the Arctic the Arctic thingamajig. Luminaire assembly lines. Ooh, which ones are assembly lines? Maintenance cost 130. And dust engineers said, bloody hell.
Prepare for the most eagerly
You know what,
awaited match of the year.
Take that. Oh, we have a game. That is more caoutchouc. I'm not getting... I'm just gonna grab that one. I'm not getting lucky with
Oh, my life
potential
savings.
hops here. Chance to fire up is awesome. More. She's buying more Atom Falls here. Ironwork foundries. Ooh, I like that one.
Ship
I
constructed.
think. And there we go. I'm actually out of points, which is great because, well,
I'm
we
confident
should be
it's ready
using
to
it.
go.
We have another newspaper.
Can I interest
And
you
that
in this
is...
recently polished apple?
I mean, the right chance I can... Yeah, the right chances take out each other. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of cash because, well, we kind of need it. Are you feeling okay with that? Yes,
You
you're
show
feeling okay with that.
weakness.
By the way, we do have options to add people here. Have I gotten any people that are interesting? Two of them with police officers, which is interesting. Bonus income from pub, which is not relevant for you. Happiness down, workforce up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. That's a good one. Look at that. I'm lacking 139, but that one's 604. Would you believe it? I was able to fix that immediately. Which is actually... I mean, that is why this is going slow. So we're actually going to get this in this episode, which is lovely. But alright then, bloody hell, I have stalled now. We need you to come down.
Production has stopped.
And I think now you're largely stopping because of just items. You do have access to... Yes, it's a long way though. I mean, I could just build a For the love of God. Hello, small warehouse. There you go. I have been looking a little bit at potential appearances for this. One thing that I had in mind, because don't we have... Or is that a mod? Ooh, that might be a mod. I'm sad if it's a mod. Or if it's something like... that you need points for. What I saw a picture of was something with a big hedge. And now that I think about it, yeah, I don't think we have hedges available to us. Because what I was thinking about was, would you believe it, a hedge maze. Oh, hello. I have not seen these. Wait, hi. Oh. Oh. Did this open up with the advent of potential skyscrapers? Oh, we now have a white tree. Oh, now we got to basically place a whole bunch of stuff. What do we have? We have... Now, what do we have? Spotlight. Okay, cool. Large spotlight. So we can... Do these actually work? I'm gonna be honest, I don't necessarily think so, but maybe. Skyscraper model. The globe statue, a hot air balloon. Does that just go like up and down? Like if I place that, I don't know. We have a, is that a 4x4? Okay, yeah, I think that is literally just going up and down. That's cute, but yeah, 4x4 fountain, holy crap. Splash fountains, lovely, billboard, etc, etc. That's all fine. You know what I think that we're gonna do, though? Here we go. It's time. I just had a brilliant idea. We're gonna go into cosmetic and steampunk. We're gonna make a steampunk variety of the palace. Of course, the palace itself is not gonna look steampunky, but we can have the tiles, so we can have the plumbing. Not the overpass, but the steam pipes and everything. Uh-huh. That's kind of nifty. The steam spa, though. Ooh, can we fit the steam spa in here? Maybe. We have some advertising aquariums. We have the steamer clock, but we have the evaporator. Okay, now I am maybe saying that we don't do that. Because you would need to be 3x3. So I'm not gonna like that. I mean, we could have 2, I suppose, at like each side or something. Okay, we'll think about that. So, by the way, the thing that we're gonna start with is how do I want a road to connect to this? Because we need a road. Wait, is this...
Even the building itself.
Do we have a front of the building, or are these... Is this building, like, symmetrical? Is it kind of looks like it's symmetrical to me. You have a... Yeah, there's fountain on both sides. But you know what? This fountain is a bit bigger. It has the purple thing. This one doesn't. So I'm going to say this is indeed in the front. We need a road, because it needs to connect to a road. I don't think I wanted to go all the way out. So let's just have a road right in front. And I'm going to have this thing, so we can have sort of a beautification thing right here. So what I'm thinking then is it has to go sort of out like this. Now, do I care exactly where this connects? Because where I suppose it could see, I don't really have a proper road where I would want it to connect, because like this road goes past the power plant, which is not the most sexy thing. So, ooh, if that's the case, do I shift? But can I do I want it to look this way? What I was now thinking is, do I align it towards these instead? But I don't know if that's better. Like, does it make a difference? I think I'm just gonna do this then. Even though it isn't one of the cooler roads, we are gonna have it on that road. So already we can see that we're getting somewhere with this, but now we are gonna start filling this out. So what I'm thinking is, I've been looking at a few pictures just to sort of understand what we can and cannot do. We can do whatever the hell we want, but like basically you can sort of vaguely look at it as a, well, potentially you can at least, hello, as a old town in some ways, where you can have like layers of stuff. So let's say that we start building out some things. I don't know how long would I want the... I think only 2 to begin with. So then we have to go to the corner and grab that. Back to the straight ones. Yes, 3 of those. And then back to the corner. To corner here. And then straight ones, and then finally the end piece, which is this. So that would be sort of the inner yard of the palace. That's one way to do it, and now we can sort of do another ring, so to speak. Now, I don't know if this is exactly how I want it to be, because what I'm also thinking that we could do
Production
is,
has stopped.
as a matter of fact, remove these, because we can do something else. We can have another corner piece here to get this to go down. We drag it down 2. We have more corner pieces. I realize that the number of pieces is actually going to go... I'm already halfway. Because then we can do... I mean, there's nothing is saying that this is the sort of actual way this is going to be. This can go directly around there, but I don't think I want that.
It's working. I think we have it.
There we go. One more. So this is one way you could do it. So you come down the road. And you have basically the palace already here. Do I like that? Or do I do... We can't. Damn it. It has to connect apparently. And that's annoying. But that's fine. So what I was thinking then was, what if we just do it a little bit tighter, so to speak. What if that is what we do?
Ship under attack.
And is that a cargo ship? It's a cargo. We always have to look at it. But yes, you are there. So you could do something like this. Well, I suppose we... Okay, you know what? We don't have to make it like super realistic or anything. What if these two are actually endpoints right here? But what we do instead is see, I can... Oh, can I change that? Yes, I can. Okay, never mind. Or can I? Wait, what did you... Yes, you did change. What? What's the difference between these two? Hold on. You're just a bit fancier, it looks like. Okay. Yeah. Slightly unsure exactly. Oh, see, this is the issue now. I can't... Oh, or can I? Would I just go... Yes, no. Because that's a... Also, by the way... Oh, I needed to check this, by the way. Is that... Can I drag a... Oh... See, that's interesting. See, that's interesting. Okay. Remodel. We're gonna be here a while. Remodel. I am very intrigued by that little piece there. But if we're gonna have... Yeah, the annoying thing is that I can't really build here. But if I do... Oh, I like that. So we're gonna have the roads actually come here instead. Like so. And we're gonna do... So what was the difference between Palace Wing Junction? Yeah, that's that one. Was, yeah. Palace Wing... There was a different Palace Wing. That's a bit weird. There we go. Here we're gonna have the T-junction out. We're gonna have 2 coming down. We're gonna have corner piece. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this in this episode, but a little bit. Is it gonna be just super straight then? Oh, see, I can't actually do this. So now it doesn't... Oh, okay. Or do I just do? Okay. How about we simply do... Ooh, we do that. Okay, hold on. That and that. And this one in the middle. Get rid of you. You come out like that. And end pieces. Have this road be here. This road comes out here. Yeah, okay. See, I kind of like that. And what we do with the side pieces is then to have... Do I want 2 spaces or 1 space? I think I want 2 spaces, but I realize that, yeah, the pieces are gonna... we're gonna run out of pieces, basically. Because what I'm thinking now is I do want... Or do I? Do I want this to come down here? No, actually I don't. I don't want it to come down there. Do build up the corner piece instead. So... And then we start working here. Even though I might not be able to have a... Where are we on pieces now? Even though I might not have a... Or be able to have a... What am I talking about? I'm... Oh, 2 out. Ooh, do I want it to be 2 out? No, I don't want it to be 2 out. Damn it! Even if I don't get my hedge maze, maybe I can do something
Production
else
has
that's cool.
stopped.
Man, you're just stopping over and over and over. Okay, I'm gonna just drag all of this up. And... Ooh, new palace level. Lovely. I can't build more. Am I actually at capacity now? No. Oh. I see why I can't build more. I literally don't have the bricks. Well, that's fine. So, with this, with all of this, with as far as I've come, 43 individual pieces, how far does it stretch? Quite far, which is exactly what I wanted, because what that means is that, for example, the stuff that we've added to this thing, we can see that, for example, whatever the hell it was I did here, 1 influence for engineer residences. So this guy is in distance of these, so we do get more influence here, which is lovely. Speaking of influence, by the way, hello, how did I make it? How do I do this time? Yes, we got all the way. Good job. Confirm that. That is another very nice addition of influence points right
People
there.
celebrate your leadership.
But okay, we're actually lacking the bricks now. But I'm thinking this is fine. So then this can come out. We can have sort of little things coming in here. We can do some stuff. But the point I would want to make here, or I wanted to make, is that... Ooh, now I'm thinking about a thing. Hold on. I would love to do this. Okay, how many... There are many variants to this, which is interesting. There we go. I wanted that one, because come now back to beautification and the steampunk. Not that one. This guy. Now I can drag these through here. See, that's kind of nifty. And I can do the same thing over here, but maybe not right here, because we can do it... Oh, this is cool. I have an idea. I have an idea. Look at this. So what we can do is we can have this come through here, down here. This can sort of... the overpass is... What? How does the overpass work even? People... Oh, well, that's cute. Not sure where I would use that. Like, how could I use that in here? Maybe somewhere here could be interesting. Now, granted, I'm not going to be able to, like, get you over here. But as you can see, they sort of just come down into the ground. So if I, let's say, would drag you sort of here-ish.
Ship constructed.
We could have this as being a thing. Like so. So you would know that, yes, it comes down here, but then up and down and up again. I'm thinking that looks... I'm not saying that this is exactly how we're gonna have it, but it's not impossible that this is the way. Now, I do wonder, like, what feasibly would you connect this to? We have a few tanks. We have the adver turner. We have the steam spa, but I don't think I want the steam spa here. Or do I want this? I might want the steam spa inside. But what I want to do is I want to do this. We're going to add the tiles into here. That just looks very cool. I like all of that. I realized that I can shift these around between either that or that. Is that actually what creates these patterns? I fail to see how it would, but apparently it does. That's beyond me, apparently. But yeah, we do have 3 here, which is a bit annoying. But this is the palace. Do you know what the palace needs? The palace needs advertising. So we're going to have an advertising here right as you come into the palace. Lovely. There are the guards as well. Cool. Now, we do have stuff that we can do. We have the... ornamental stuff, so we can absolutely do some things with that. Again, I'm not saying that this is exactly how it's gonna be, but I'm liking this immediately. So we can absolutely now have stuff like this. We can have the evaporator sitting somewhere. It could sit right here, for example, one on each side. And we can have some fountains sitting here, for example. Yeah, there are basically things that we can do. I realize that it doesn't sync up with this, obviously, but, like, who the hell cares? It could be that one thing that I do is, for example, this. Be very careful not to destroy the entire thing here. What we could do, just as a simple delineator, is to have this thing just sort of, as I said, the delineating, because obviously it sort of syncs up with that, and it's not necessary that these sync up to each other as such. There we go. So let's again look at the policies that we have. So
the people celebrate
okay, well, light and slot for town halls, we're gonna change that immediately, because bloody hell, that's good. Because not like that, not like I'm using these. I should really start using these, but yeah, that's a good one. Well, actually, okay, chill out. 200-ton item storage per town hall. Don't care too much about that. Reduced need for all foods is fine, but I kind of, well, actually, it's town halls. Yeah, I should really start using town halls more. In the Department of Culture, we have +1 reward from World Fair events, which sounds good. 10 influence per museum. I don't have that. 10 influence per zoo. Do you reach the zoo yet? You don't reach the zoo yet, so I don't think that this actually... Exactly, we don't actually get to use that one just yet, so that'll have to be it. You actually don't reach that one either. Okay, never mind. This one I've chosen extra goods from heavy factories. That is... that has to be in range of trade unions. So actually, we only have the one. And do we actually get those things? I mean, it says these are not heavy industries. No. So we kind of maybe need to do... Can I get... If I just check this real quick. If I connect you up here, how far do you reach? I wonder. You reach here. You know what? It's not impossible that I can get it to reach. It's not gonna... I don't think I ever am gonna get it down here, though. That's a long way away. I mean, if I do a road here, I suppose we potentially could do something. I'll give that a think later, I believe. But yeah, that's not impossible. I'll have that road, just to know that I have that idea. But that one's okay. We have the extra good from farms or productivity. Oh, productivity from electricity. but it's again the same thing, all trade unions. And would work here, because we do have the Pertwee's turbo generator, so these could produce even more, but yes. Then we have the Department of Welfare, 15 plus area influence for power plants, and I am actually connecting
Ship
up
under
to
attack.
several, in fact, here. So much, in fact, that I think you have power now. See? That's lovely. What else do we have here, though? Bonus income, plus 50. Wait, hold on, I'm currently sitting at 14,000. That's
Ship
good.
under attack.
By the way, oh, we potentially have... oh, was it? It was Alonso, you bastard. Go kill. We actually... Okay, I'm gonna go kill you. We are correct, in the correct area. Yeah, that's interesting. So how much did that actually give me? Where do we even see that?
Production has stopped.
It doesn't actually come up as such. Why does it
Ship
keep
under
stopping? Oh, probably it is the filaments. We're producing filaments, but it's not like super quick. Right. You're gonna be greeted by some battleships in just a few moments. Yes. They can follow that one around, and that'll be good. But yeah, I'm liking the idea here. The point is, I'm not just gonna have that in there. I am definitely gonna have it on the outside as well. That's the point, like even here. So what I'm thinking maybe is if we do come back to this, just a few moments, I'm actually thinking the evaporator can be here. So we have two of these here, just sitting at the entrance.
Ship under attack.
Still don't know exactly how we're gonna... Oh, hello. What? Oh. Hello. Hello. You wanna have a go, eh? Okay, you know what? That's fine. We have reparations there. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that we're gonna have more. You know what? I'm gonna remove those. Not too psyched about that, but yes. That's an interesting point. I might also think about having roads coming out to sort of connect it, because again, the furthest I can get here is obviously based on this. So if I have a road that comes out that connects to, let's say, here, it obviously can connect further here. It could connect even to this one if I want the power range thing. But anyway, I'm just gonna go for that one. Because bloody hell, that's... But why does it... How can I actually understand? What the hell is this? There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Activeness this is based on, by the way. Hold on. Why is it plus 50 what? This is just that every residence get plus 50 and that is it. But why does these get highlighted? Not entirely sure, but that's a really good one. We're making a lot of money now. And then we have the Department of Trade. I just put more island storage of oil, 50 island storage per depot, but that is a connected harbor master for all of this. Productivity for coastal production buildings, not uninteresting. Interesting. I still don't know exactly how you connect the harbor master office though entirely, and I don't really have any... I have you, obviously, but I need to connect you somehow. We'll think about that later, basically. So there we go. I have a start, so to speak, for the palace, but we need actually... Well, we have some bricks now, but let's build up more of that. So that was sort of the first rough half of the episode. How about we go to this part of the episode, so to speak, which is that we are going to build up... Well, actually, here's the point. We need to ship some things. I'm going to ship a whole bunch of wood. Do I need bricks? I think I only really need wood. So we're gonna set you on course to
Room
go
to
there
maneuver.
because we literally have nothing here.
The people
The point is we can
celebrate
produce
your
a
leadership.
little bit of bricks here. I think that won't be too bad. You're obviously gonna need a bunch of stuff for this. You know what? Why the hell not, eh? If you would bring from here... Three stacks of that, one stack of that, one stack of that, and one stack of that. That'll also be good to have here. Have we destroyed the ship? I think we have. They dropped something. That's just a
Ship
sunk
under
ship.
attack.
We're gonna
Engines
ship
underway.
you here. That is probably over here. Yes, indeed. Then you come over here. Lovely. So, right, we can't really do anything before you arrive. We can do a few more here. So let's just keep going. I'm thinking this goes up. How high up here? Because what I was thinking was we have maybe some things coming down. And how close would we want them? 1, 2... I think one more. So 3. Which means that we kinda... Yeah, okay. So we are actually where we kind of want to be. So if we just try what I was thinking, we can only do one more though. So if we do that, we can come down. No, we should have been one more. Okay, damn it. Hold on. And maybe, yes, maybe I ought not have done what I did with regards to stuff. So I can fix you here. Can I get you to be the correct? I seem to be able to actually be able to chase you. There we go. So that's basically it. Then I can do like smaller things. I mean, I could do things jutting out
Production
here
has
if I want
stopped.
to. How close are we with this? I said we were going to be done in this episode. We'll see. We shall see, eh? Okay, the first ship is arriving. Because
New
remember,
orders.
these are steam-powered. They can traverse water fast. I just felt I needed to tell you that. Here we go. Dump you in there. We're not gonna get everything in. Can I actually upgrade this soon? Yes, I can, but we don't need to do that. You can just...
Only reporting in.
You can chill out here. As we start to build this place out. So, with a whole bunch of wood, we can start this production. That is to say, the wood production.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Gosh darn it. Gosh darn
A
it.
fire broke out.
Yes. I get it. Where do we have? Mobilize. Mobilize. Everyone do the thing. There we go. So, yes, we are gonna have... We also have some other things. We have some coals, iron. It wouldn't be a bad idea to utilize some of that. Yeah, let's actually drag the road here up to here. This all obviously doesn't matter too much. You know what? Just go there. The
New
other
orders.
ship has arrived, by the way. Dump all of that in there, and you can come back to
Bring
here.
her around.
We haven't used a whole lot of wood, so that's fine. Right, let's start by doing wood production. So, we're gonna have... I'm thinking a few pockets of these, right? So what I'm gonna do is this. This is sort of a basic setup here. Have that one in the middle. That. That, and then
A
out.
competitor's island is under siege.
And that is a setup for a nice production of wood. We're going to have multiples of this, and I think that this is all
Nice day,
fine. We don't know because the planting hasn't been done, but it'll be okay. And I think that the reason why there's really no trees here is because, well, there has been buildings everywhere, and I don't think the trees come back. Right, so that's that. And then we can have down here, we can just have We're just gonna have 2 to begin with. I don't think we need a whole lot more. So our population. Do I really want the people to live? I'm
The
thinking
fire
down here.
left ruins behind.
I know. How did 2 bloody buildings get destroyed? Damn it. I'm thinking down here is a smart choice, right? So you, yeah, see, we can do this all the way over here. So we'll have the farmer residences over here. Not there. Where the hell did you happen to go there? Not gonna do anything special here. It's gonna be very standard appearance-wise. We're gonna have you, you, and you. We're gonna have the marketplace and the pub. Circle it around. Get the fishies over here. Two of you. Get
The people celebrate your
schnapps
leadership.
production. We can have the schnapp. I can't even speak. We can have the schnapps production over here, which is that we have one of you guys. Is it at 4? No. Damn it. Isn't this the one that can be a... Oh, we should have fertilizer here? No, this island doesn't deserve fertilizer. There we go. There's the size for that. So copy that one twice. We build a small warehouse here with 2 schnapps distilleries around the back. We're going to do brick roads later. Don't worry. You can now presumably, yes, dump that in there, and then we can just ship more things here should we need to, but obviously this is gonna be very self-sufficient very, very soon. So then, around the other side, we're gonna have you with your little things here. And I can just do, you know what, no, we'll have a road in between there. So have you, 2 of you for now, and on the other side here, 2 of those. We shall have a station there. We should have a fire station here, and we'll have something more over here later. So that's that. We're gonna have because I don't want to have to bother with that, a hospital that can sit here. Yes, it can sit there with farmer residence right next by to it. Do that. Copy this entire bit. Add 2 there. See, this is all coming around. There we go.
New milestone.
Lovely. And all of that is gonna just be built as we come along. And then at some point, man, you are struggling with the planting, aren't you? Which is fine. But yes, all of this is now just lacking people.
Summat for you to fiddle with.
Map of a Trelawney skirmish. Ooh. No, thank you.
You've
That's
left
fine.
the whole thing a ruddy jumble.
I haven't left anything a ruddy jumble or whatever it is that you just said. Right, one thing that I have completely forgotten is that we want to move also. I think it's actually starting to be time to do a shipment of this. Yeah, we're gonna have 100 aluminium transported here because, of course, we are gonna set up the post office, which really should be where that is. Well, actually, no, it can be here, right? So you will just have to move here. So post office goes here, I think. Oh no, it goes there. Sorry about that. Move you in here. Post office here. I think, yeah, that's fine. We cover everything at the bottom there. Lovely. And then, because that is indeed what this island mainly is going to be doing.
An attack.
So along the same place, we're going to have another one over here. And I do want to... or actually... I'm almost thinking I made a mistake in how I did this. I kind of did, didn't I? Allow me to shift everything over to sort of here instead. yes, we're gonna have a slightly... Oh, crap. What are you saying?
A competitor's island is under siege.
Get rid of you. Apparently, that didn't work. Oh, bloody hell. We can click there, so we have the roads. So more like here-ish. There we go. So now we again grab you. We cover everything here, but now we can do a little bit more here. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, you need roads. I get that. You can now sit here somehow, like so. You haven't arrived just yet. I think that is the only thing that we're lacking right now. Okay, bricks, but sure, that'll happen in just a few moments, I think. Now, how wide do I go? Is a good question. We can go a little bit to the left. So what if I simply just pick all of that, and then I pick this, and you're gonna come here. Hopefully then, yes, you are just being reached by that. Good. So you're gonna be looking at all of that. Perfect. And we do have to remember, even as I just add a few aluminium profiles, what is it called? I don't know. As I do that, I need to remember about the airship platform, which we're struggling a bit with now.
Has stopped.
But that one obviously doesn't have to be here, even though I could see myself trying to fit it in there. That could be lovely. It doesn't actually have to be there at all. See, it can be sort of here-ish. But yeah, eventually that'll be fine. So I can build that right now. I'll start collecting that mail. Right. Everything is underway here, but ultimately, obviously, what we want to do is we want to copy this setup, and you know what, I could probably... So how long is that? I don't even know. That's fine. We can look it up. That actually turned out to be fine, right? Yes, that actually is perfect. So we connect that up, and that is now another setup of trees. And see if I did it efficiently or not. I realized that it might not be possible to do much in here. By the way, what structure, or rather what item was it that I made before? Not you. I made this thing. All animal farms, productivity and maintenance, but more specifically, productivity. That is a good one. I don't now remember. Also, we should just add a bus stop here, shouldn't we? Yes. Just add a bus stop here. No reason not to. Bus stop here. I'm not really sure where I said I would have that. Because a hunting cabin is not gonna be that. It's not an animal farm, is it? No, it's not an animal farm. Okay, we can get rid of that one. So I don't know exactly where I would put that necessarily. If it's on K Ruth or if it's here. I mean, yeah, I think I was talking about here. Wasn't it? Wasn't it exactly here I was talking about? I think so. So yeah, we have a few bits and pieces needed to think about that there. So you are still just lacking the filaments, but it's only 15 filaments to go. And I was about to look at something. What was I supposed to look at? It was something. I don't know, but the point is we're gonna set up a trade route, and it's gonna be 5 crown falls, so to speak. So it's gonna be, we can grab this one, we can create a route 5, but instead of crown falls, it's Adam falls. And you can immediately start doing this. So we can just pick any ship here, from here to here. And you're going to pick up wood. Just mountains and mountains and mountains of wood from this place, at least for now. That is what you're gonna start with. Accept that, and obviously we need to set the minimum here to 150. I think that's a good... Well, okay, well, yes, it's fine. What we're gonna do is
New orders.
Aren't we producing... No, we're not producing bricks here. We really do not have any bricks there.
A competitor's island
We are gonna pick up a
withstood
bricks.
an attack.
So just pick up all of that. Pick up... no. Yes. No. No, we don't need to do that. It's actually bricks, that's the important. Well, actually, you know what? Fine. Just to help out here in the early stages. Because what obviously we want to do is we need the following, which is just a lot of depots. And I don't really want to have it around here in case Alonso gets any funny ideas. So we are going to have it here instead. It's gonna add a whole bunch, and you can see is the bricks currently. Oh crap! So it's gonna add a whole bunch of these over here. There we go. Yes, a lot of depots. That's gonna be great. Right. You know what? I am just gonna do a pier thing. I was about to say, do I want to do that? I think I do. I think I want to add a pier here. Just for fun. There we go. That's okay. Right. So we are getting a lot of workers here, obviously. And you are picking up a whole bunch of mail. Although not that much. You are all going to be super happy. But the point is, I wouldn't mind giving you some of these things. So the jam, we haven't actually gotten there yet. Tourists, apparently. But flour, sugar is absolutely not a problem. Herbs is not a problem either. Okay, you are here. That's fine. I think that we are basically where we want to be here. I think I was about to look at this thing. Yeah, we have a few minutes left for the changing of fertility, so we can change out the red pepper for the fur. As a final bit of this episode, I am gonna do in the background, reduce the time so we don't skip ahead too much. We are gonna do a little bit more item development. No, not item development, field of research. So we still want to get the better hop situation. Drinks production. Oh, that's a good one. But also it's, yeah, well, it is good. What I was about to say was, yes, it's really good to increase the drink production, but you have to remember that you also need to have the actual thing, the actual resource to go along with it. But that's fine. Let's get those. Ooh, what's that? Very pink. Artisan workshop, fan factory, scooter factory, productivity, chance of fire, chance of illness, active activities down. Kind of like it though. And then we have the Hopedale loom. Same as with others, but specifically for cloth industries. Not a bad one either. And then we have Hall of Mutualist Ideologist. Workers needed a maintenance cost down. I think I might have had that one already. Potatoes, but green. Ceramics and pipe maker. Productivity workforce needed. Yeah, we have a lot of these that I should just make and shoot around everywhere. Tailor shop, ball manufactory, and costume shop, productivity, workforce maintenance. Yeah, see, it's just a lot of really good stuff in here. But not the one that I actually want. Oh, hello. I was about to say that's the Assassin's Creed logo. It's not really. Town hall, attractiveness. Not a bad thing in itself. Sugar. Wasn't really what I wanted, nor was it coffee. It is coffee, no cocoa. But you know what? Fine. That's okay. And then we have cotton, which is also not what I want. We have the mulcher. I think I already have that one, so I don't think we need to do that. And a final one, glassmaker, light bulb, and lantern smith. Basically is the extra productivity. You know what, let's just get that one. As a final bit then, to follow this thing, indeed, I have gotten a whole bunch of stuff now that I should be doing. Ceramics and pipe maker wasn't really the
Some of us have to live by the
primary
sword.
one. Ooh, hello, I just saw something.
Now that has promise.
orchard, but only 5. But it produces extra citrus. That's a good one. I kind of need that because we are struggling a little bit on that. And then we have carpentry works, but I don't think that the woodcutters are actually... I'm gonna produce that one. And then we have the all production building workforce needed and maintenance. That's just a straight up very good one. All drinks, I liked that one.
Ship under attack.
We still don't have a good hops one. Who is it that's under attack? That's just over there. Okay, you know what? I am okay with that little setup. So you have arrived with a whole bunch of help over here. Good, good, good. As a final bit, we shall just do this. Bam. There we go. All that is done. Dump that in there. Bam. You go back. And we are now sitting at a maximum of 600. Probably want to go even higher, but 600 is fine for now. And this little island surely is producing enough of everything it requires. Yes, it does. Okay, good. In the next episode, we're gonna keep working on Adam Falls. We're gonna keep working on the palace. It's basically gonna be very similar to this episode, but we are gonna get the World's Fair done in the next episode. That'll be interesting. For now though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.